You spent the last year and a half playing Pokemon Sword and Shield. You know this game inside and out. All the exploits have been done to death, and a lot of them have been patched, and you've gotten every Pokemon so far. So it's about time we got something fresh. Introducing the new Pokemon Gun, the next installment of the Generation 8 series. Over the last few days, gaming media have had headlines like this. This new creature collecting game kind of looks like Pokemon with guns. And of course, that brings to mind Pokemon Gun, and it really does, but it's really unique. We're gonna have a look at the trailer in a second, but it's interesting to see some of the features that they're promising in this game. You can make pals fight, breed, help with farming, and work at factories. That's already more than we can do in Pokemon, but you can also sell them off or even slaughter them to eat. That, however, is forbidden by law. Now that also brings in the aspect of like a darker side of Pokemon. Pokemon having gone to the dark side, and there's some more interesting details about this game that we need to have a look at. So if you thought Pokemon was bad enough, just like PETA did here, creating a safe zone in their LA office where you're not even allowed to catch Pokemon on the premises with the hashtag gotta free 'em all, well dude, the people at PETA are really going to roll over in their grave when they see this trailer right here. This new Pokemon Gun-like PAL world is actually really like Breath of the Wild, and I think someone on it is actually developing it. Someone who developed Breath of the Wild is actually working on this as well. And as you can see, we do have a lot of different uses for Pokemon. I guess I'm just going to call them Pokemon. You can enslave them, force them into manual labor to build your houses, stack them all the way up to 20 feet high and get them to build your house. You can use them as electrical appliances instead. You can use them as water hoses instead. You can even shave them for their natural resources. You can send them onto the farm to harvest your food, and you can send them into battle to murder innocent people while you're standing back on the back lines shooting them afar with an AK-47. You can also just treat them like your pets, but you can also fuse them. Actual Pokemon fusions are in this game, something that we really needed. And then of course there is the first person shooter aspect, in which you can just pick up your Pokemon and just use it as a shield, because what else are you going to use it for? You can also snipe other people with your Pokemon. You can also go ahead and just destroy a tower. You can force them on an assembly line for guns. You can force them into more manual labor. You can go just shoot them straight up and kill them for food. You can use them as a shield again. You can also use them to pretend you're playing Mario, and you can also go fishing with them and use them as bait. It's fantastic. The game and the imagination of this game is just limitless. Everything you'll be able to do in this far exceeds everything in Pokemon. Personally, I loved the look of this game, and like I said, someone from Breath of the Wild, or at least the old Breath of the Wild development team, is working on this, so Nintendo, or at least some dimensions of Nintendo, actually have a little bit of a presence in this game. In essence, what this game really is, it's just a dystopian Pokemon game with a lot more freedom and a lot more activities that you can actually just do in the open world. And like I said, someone from the old Breath of the Wild development team is actually working on this as well. It looks fairly similar to Breath of the Wild, Fortnite, whatever. The idea is more similar to Pokemon, however, but it looks really good. This was announced in the Indie Live Expo, and it seems to be set for a 2022 release date. So there's going to be a lot of competition between what we get from Legends Arceus comparing it to this, whatever this is going to be like, and I'm really looking forward to playing it myself. I will be playing this. This looks exciting. It looks exactly like what we as adults needed. A lot of us started with Generations and games way from back when, and now we grew up, but we still like Pokemon, so I think our taste has also adapted. I personally would love to see Pokemon take on more realistic, or at least darker elements into their universe, sort of similar to like what Zelda kind of did with Majora's Mask and Twilight Princess, because typically the whole Zelda games can kind of be pretty happy, pretty colorful, and pretty nice, but definitely Twilight Princess and Majora's Mask were a much darker tone, and we're looking to be set to see something like that for Breath of the Wild 2 as well. They did mention that it's going to be a much darker than Breath of the Wild 1, and that's exciting me. I mean, I'm really excited to see that. This seems to be exactly what they're trying to do with Pokemon here, or at least kind of copy Pokemon in a sense, and make it just much darker, much hardcore, much more brutal, as you can see by these images flashing before your very eyes. I mean, you're literally picking up a Wooloo and using it to deflect bullets. I don't see the problem. And there's some Pingus, or whatever they're called, Piplups, right? You just got the cage full of them, and they do look in distress. I mean, the commentary about what this game is not trying to pretend to be anything other than what you're seeing. It's a joke. I suppose it's just making fun of Pokemon. It's maybe full of hidden messages that aren't really that well hidden, and I think it's going to be very interesting to see what sort of footage and what other details we get from this game, as well as criticism, backlash. I wonder, and will Nintendo intervene to nuke it? As for criticism for this game, it's going to be a lot. There's going to be a lot, especially from Pokemon fans, but not from me. I hope you guys are intrigued about what we just saw with this. I'm going to be curious about getting into this. Of course, it's not Pokemon. It is a Pokemon ripoff, a little copy, but very, very different to our experience in Pokemon. So I think that's enough to justify playing it and giving it a shot. And of course, it's coming in like next year, 2022, so we still have quite a fair ways to go before we actually see any more of this and get to play it at least. But I'll be there, and hopefully you guys will be too. While you're waiting though, of course, you do have PETA's options. You can go ahead and play Pokemon Black and Blue. PETA's I don't even know what it is. I'm not even going to bother looking at it, to be honest. But obviously PETA has a dire message, and you can see Pikachu with a chain around its neck and bandages and blood all over the place. Very in league with PETA's kind of message. If it's not just peacefully living by itself on a field in a nice sunny day with butterflies and birds chirping in the background, it's gotta be a bloody massacre. I mean, that's the only other alternative, of course. So that's PETA's angle, and of course PETA's gonna be very upset about when this game comes out, so I don't care. I mean, if that's any more reason to play it, it is. I'm gonna be playing it, and hopefully you guys enjoyed what you saw in this video. Stick around, I'll see you guys around in the next video. Feel free to get involved in this week's giveaway. We're actually doing Magearna, the Silver Magearna from Pokemon Sun and Moon. If you want to get it quite easily in Pokemon Sword and Shield, you can. I will leave the video here for your convenience, and let's wait and see what other news comes from this game. As for Nintendo and Real Pokemon itself, we got lots of stuff expected very soon within the next week. E3 is about to start in about a week, so Nintendo is just over a week away. We got a lot to see. I'm looking forward to it. Pokemon is expected a little bit before Nintendo's E3. However, we do not have anything confirmed for that. They might just drop it on us next Friday or something like that. So let's wait and see, guys. Thanks for coming. Drop a sub, leave a little like, and I'll see you guys around in the next video. Till then, bye!